Season, $36,000, and she rides our black horse, the 14-year-old mare, or horse of the year, Rudy.
Yeah, they call it the horse with the most heart in Canadian rodeo, and that was Rudy. And I'll tell you, this pair was unstoppable throughout the course of the season. And look at the run right here. She makes that turn and makes that run for home and across the line right there. Brittany Diaz, 14.85. Now it's time to the thousands. We'll see if we can get that third number in there, but 14.85 and a little bit is what the time was for Brittany Diaz. Here's Tara Muldoon.
Well, the Hayden Alberta Cowgirl on her horse that she calls Rev. Of course, she hit big at Pinoca winning the short go round. There it is. Now we got 2 more left turns. Nice second barrel. Just touching. Now we got 1 to go. Left turn. It's got to be tight. It's got to be quick. And now she makes the charge for home. She comes in with $27,000, 14.85. Hey, how about a carbon copy? If you can't beat them, join them. 214.85s to start the night.
That's why we want to know those thousandths of a second, because that's what's going to separate those two cowgirls right there. It's that close. All right, Lisa Zakota of Okotoks, Alberta, getting ready right now at her first finals on 11-year-old mare called Jack. Oh, doggone it. We got a barrel down. Going to cost us 5 for Lisa. Lisa Zakota, and that swing for home right here. Good run, but nonetheless, we're going to have to add 5 to it, so 15.07 plus 5, 20.07.
Well, Lisa Zakota really caught our attention with her first win this year in Coronation and her rookie year at the CFR. Let's go down to Stephanie Mather from Medicine Hat, Alberta. She was our grassroots rodeo champion. We talked about the grassroots being such a big part of helping our contestants make it to the CFR. For Stephanie Mather, it got her closer to our season leader in a quest for that Canadian title. She rides a good-looking horse that we call Buck.
Yeah, and she's at her second finals, and boy, that's flawless through those first 2 barrels. Now down to the far side. This is a long stride buckskin right here. Look at this run for home. And a nice-looking run there for Stephanie Mather. She's in at 14.84. So by 10th of a second, she's going to move into the lead. So 14.84. Nice job, Stephanie Mather.
Well, the leaderboard is tight as we go down to Caroline Novell from Turner Valley, Alberta. Her first ever Canadian Finals rodeo. She's only 21 years old. She was our 2013 permit winner on her horse Bully. All trouble on that second barrel. But you know what? She's going to get around 3 and a little trouble on night number 1 for the Turner Valley Cowgirl. 15.17 plus 5.
Well, that's a tough break for Carolee right there. Julie Leggett from Kamloops, British Columbia, in her first finals at the age of 45. Her daughter won the National High School Finals on the horse that she's about to ride. Julie Leggett getting ready. Kamloops, British Columbia. Yeah, this gray horse, really, really good. All right, he's ready to go. Julie just getting everything sorted out and ready to make that run in pursuit of a 14.84 and change from Stephanie Mather, that is leading the way right now.
It's amazing to think it's her first ever CFR. I mean, back in 2011, she was a Wrangler Tour champion, and she's been so close, but now it's her time to shine.
Well, and she's going to shine right to that first barrel, a little bit wide on the first. Now she's got a solid second coming up. Yeah, that's better. That's better right there. Now that third barrel and the run for home, and here she comes. Julie Leggett going to stop the clock here in 15.01. 15.01.
Well, let's go to Ulrich, South Dakota, to Lisa Lockhart. And Dave, this was your pick of the night, and why not? She's a 4-time and reigning Canadian champion. She's won so much money, over $1.2 million in her rodeo career. She is just phenomenal, and so is this horse.
Well, that's Louie. That's the buckskin that Anoki with Cash is his registered name, and I'll tell you, these two have been so good together. Down to that far side. Oh, man, look at this. Just flawless. There are no mistakes when Lisa Lockhart makes a run, and she is in at 14.76 seconds. Guess what? She's leading the way. That hardly ever happens.
Well, from where our vantage point, we can hear the fans screaming. She's a fan favorite here in Rexall. As we go now to Sydney Danes, one of 4 rookies in her ladies barrel racing for Innisfail, Alberta. And the name is synonymous with rodeo, of course. Her dad, the great Hall of Famer Dwayne Danes, and Mom Cheryl, who is a Canadian finalist. And she rides the 10-year-old Sorrel Gelding that we call Flame. This horse has been in the CFR back when it was a 6-year-old. Oh, trouble on 2s for Sydney Danes. She's a soccer player and basketball star at RBC. And she gets around her first CFR. 14.90 plus 5. 14.90 plus 5 for Sydney Danes.
I think we're going to hear from that duo right there before this finals is over. I really do. Here's another former Canadian champion, 2011 edition, Trula Churchill from Valentine, Nebraska. A Streak of Rita is the horse. Worm is his barn name. I'll tell you what, he's a little faster than a worm, that's for sure. She's at her third Canadian finals as Trula. As I said, 2011, she was the titleist. All right, very quickly around that first barrel. Boy, that's a nice start. That is a nice first turn. Now the second, very close. Oh my, just caught it coming out. It was so close. That's going to be costly because this is a good looking run right here. Yes, 14.73 would have been, could have been, should have been the lead, but with that 5 goes to 19.73.
Well, what a duo they are, and they'll be back at the Wrangler National Finals this year as well, and they're going to get fast here at Rexall Place. They just about did it right there. As we go now to Brooke Robertson, Pinot Albert, another rookie, and we're so happy to see her in her first Canadian Finals rodeo. On the great horse she calls Jewel, and her mom was a Canadian champion. She's a former Miss Rodeo Canada and an FCA champion in the semi-professional ranks. And look at this round to start it off. The Brooke Robertson, her first CFR from Pinoca just down the road, 14.88. Hey, she'll take that for her first run inside Rexall Place under the big lights. Brooke, Jewel, good job.
I would say absolutely. She will be really happy with that. I think you're right. Nancy Shabai, what a great, great story this is. And just one of the really super ladies in our industry, Nancy Shabai of Taman. She's at her 5th Canadian final, riding Wicked. All right, Nancy. Now, she's a little down on the ground. She's 11th, but I'll tell you something right now. It's not going to bother her. This is veteran presence right here. And a good first, okay. And similarly on the second, and she really rides this horse. She really works the whole way. There's that run for home. Nancy Shabai in a hurry across the line. In 14.88, that's good. There's nothing wrong with that run right there to start your Canadian finals.
Well, it's our second back-to-back runs at the same time. She tied with Robertson. Let's go down to Brittany Howes from Medi-Scout, Alberta. Cowgirl that's been to the CFR before, and she had a big win at Wainwright earlier on this year. She rides, of course, a 9-year-old bay horse that she calls Green Gold.
Her mom was the 1986 Canadian champion. Oops, that's not the start at all to that first barrel that Brady wanted. Doggone it, that's a tough break right there. Now she's got things sorted out. Looked like the horse just wasn't paying attention coming to that first barrel. And now Brady will be across the line. And a little too long, of course, 17.04, 09 it is, 17.09 for Brady. Not the run she wanted to have. Well, you know what? I don't know how many victory laps this lady has taken, but we're going to do it one more time because, of course, Lisa Lockhart over at South Dakota, riding Louie, and a spectacular 14.76 and a little bit. We don't have the thousands. We'll try to sort that out for tomorrow night, but there's no doubt about it. There she is again, waving to the crowd. That crowd knows that cowgirl's face.
Well, how many victory laps has she taken in this